Hello, my name's Chris Cleary. I'm running for City Council Ward 3. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I come from 3 generations of progressive Democrats. My grandfather taught political science at LaSalle University. My godparent was mayor of Metuchen for 14 years. My mother was a teacher, and currently one of my cousins works at Washington, D.C. advocating for women's reproductive rights, and her partner is the current executive director of the National LGBTQ Task Force. In our family, we advocate. We've been advocating in Broomfield since 2012 with our Broomfield with the initiation of Yes on 300. Health and safety. Health and safety is my first priority. It's what we need, it's what we voted on, and it's what needs to be enforced. 2 years ago, the voters approved City Charter Amendment 301, and that puts health and safety first in the City and County of Broomfield. This year, SB 181 was codified by our state Congress. 181 gives us the ability to now enforce 301. 301 deals with the sustainability of our community. Most of us moved here for a lifestyle, and I would like to keep that lifestyle without forfeiting our air, our land, our water, and our health. I would also like to create a Renewable Transition Office. The Renewable Transition Office would offer 21st century solutions in renewables to the entire city and county, so we could use the purchasing power of the county. This would directly impact the municipality, businesses, and residents. We need to develop a fully functional housing authority whose sole mission is to gather attainable and affordable housing for the residents of Broomfield. When you have attainable and affordable housing, that creates a thriving community full of diversity. Some of the biggest impacted groups at the moment are the youth that have grown up here and they don't get the chance to stay here, and the elders that have helped build the community that don't have the opportunity to age in place. In addition to that, it's also impacting our police, our city workers, and our teachers, all of which deserve to live in the city and county they work. As far as sustainability goes, we need a diverse workforce if we're going to remain a thriving community and city. Part of this is through attainable and affordable housing. I intend to create renters' rights and a renters' registry. Currently, renters have no rights in the city and county of Broomfield. That needs to be corrected. And we also need to work on the ability to maintain rent as far as how high it can go or how fast it can go, so there's some controlled availability within the city. Transparency. Broomfield needs a records retention policy. At the moment, any executive session that's recorded gets destroyed after 90 days. This was a policy put in place by the previous city attorney. There is a state mandate that you must retain records for 90 days, but there's no mandate to say you must destroy those records after 90 days. I would like a full records retention policy put in place, so when things happen today, we can reapproach them a year, 2 years, 3 years from now and revisit and see exactly what happened at that time. We also need a disclosure policy. Full disclosure for any entanglements that people may have for items that they're either discussing or legislating on. And this goes for all city council members, the mayor, as well as all city employees. Most federal agencies and even the local universities have what's called an ombudsman. An ombudsman is an investigator that acts independently of the city council. If you have a grievance with the city council or feel there is an ethics issue that needs to be investigated, you would be able to approach and air your grievance to the ombudsman. The ombudsman would then have the ability to both investigate and give a ruling. Municipal Broadband. It's what's next for Broomfield. It will give Broomfield a chance to step firmly into the 21st century. 4 cities in Colorado now have municipal broadband. Several of the advantages are cost, speed, recurring revenue, it can be then monitored like a utility. It would be subject to the Constitution, so we would have privacy. In addition, it helps draw in tech companies, innovation, and people would have the opportunity, depending upon what you do for a living, to work from home several days a week. One of the advantages of having municipal internet is we can tie it into various programs with the Health and Human Services. Families that are at risk or under duress, we can create grant programs that allows low-cost internet to those families. Sometimes having access to information is the difference to lift us out of poverty or change our destiny. Part of that can be tied into the Health and Human Services, where we give opportunities to create grants for those families. One of the other advantages is recurring revenue. Think of all the people in Broomfield and all the businesses in Broomfield that use the internet. If we had, after the return on investment, all that reoccurring revenue coming back into Broomfield, what we could do with that. This gives us the opportunity to create permanent, ongoing jobs and reoccurring revenue, and bringing us firmly into the 21st century. My name is Chris Cleary. I'm running for City Council Ward 3. I'll do what it takes to protect our health and safety and bring Broomfield into the 21st century. Thank you.